Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Cognizant Gen C Elevate interview experience. Guys, this interview happened recently only on 10th September 2021. And guys, this is the fifth interview experience for Elevate profile that I am covering on this channel. One part 1 to 4 have already been uploaded on my channel. I will give you the link of the playlist in the I button or in the description box. Make sure that after watching this video, you watch those videos also, because these videos will be really helpful for you for preparing for your interviews. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe this channel as well as join my Telegram groups also. All the Telegram groups links are given in the description box. Make sure to join all of them. I am posting regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. And guys, I am seeing from past few videos that the views on the videos are good, but you are not subscribing to the channel. Make sure to subscribe this channel. Guys, please support this channel. I really need your support. Please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon for our notifications. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as make sure to hit the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so guys, the date of the interview was 10th September 2021. The branch of my friend is IT. The duration of the interview was 25 minutes. Guys, this interview happened entirely on Python questions only. Each and every question that has been asked to this candidate is related to Python. So if you are really interested in Python and you want and you also prefer Python for your interview, so make sure to watch this video till the end, because each and every question was related to Python only in this particular interview. Okay, so the first question was explain about your project. So guys, this is the rare interview experience that I'm covering, in which the first question was not about the introduction about yourself, but it was directly on the project related question. Now guys, again, this is the fifth interview experience, and if you are following all the interviews videos that I have uploaded in previously, you can see that this question, that is explain about your project, is again and again asked to the candidates. So make sure to prepare all the projects that you have in the resume very well. Make sure to have at least 1 to 2 projects in your resume, so that the interviewer can know that you have really worked on the new technologies or on this technology, so you have some hands-on experience on the projects. So make sure to include 1 or 2 projects and try to explain in a good manner to the interviewer that what your project does, what are the technologies that have been used in your project, what is the future scope, what are the challenges faced by you in the project, and what was your role in this project. So try to explain all these things to the interviewer. Try to keep your answer to 2 to 3 minutes, and it will be sufficient for your project. Now there can be certain cross questioning on projects so that you will have to tackle. And guys, make sure that you have the basic knowledge of the technology that you are using in the projects. Okay, now the candidate that I am covering in this video had project related to Python only. So again, I am telling you this, in the entire video Python related questions have only been asked. Okay, now the next question was what is the difference between C and Python. So guys, the major difference between C and Python is a syntax difference. In C, before every variable we have to define whether that variable belongs to character, string or integer, but in Python it is not that way. We do not have to define the data type of the variable beforehand. And the next difference is that in C is the speed of C language is far more better than the speed of Python language. So Python is a slow language, whereas C is a hard language. Now in Python there are very good built-in libraries. We have applications in machine learning as well. There are very good libraries which are built in Python, but we cannot say similar things for C, because there are limited libraries that are present in C. So these were the basic 2 to 3 difference between these two languages. And guys, make sure that whenever a difference is asked in an interview, make sure to include at least 2 points of difference in that question. Okay, now next is what is decorator. Again, it's a Python related question only. A decorator in Python is a function that takes another function as its argument and returns yet another function. So guys, we know what are functions. Functions take argument and they do certain calculation and return the value. But what is a decorator? In a decorator, a function is passed as a parameter. In normal form, normal variables are passed as a parameter, but in decorator, a function is passed as an parameter to another function, and that decorator can return another function also. So this is what a basic definition of decorator is. Again, if you want to read about the decorators in detail, I will give this link in the description box. Okay, next is what is GIL in Python. So again, this is a very Full form of GIL is Global Interpreter Lock, and I won't be able to explain the entire concept of GIL in this video. So again, I am giving the link in the description box. Okay, next is what is there in Python that is not there in other languages. So yes, this question can also be asked from you, that why you prefer Python only irrespective of the other language, why you choose Python over other languages, or you can be asked why C++, why Java. So you must be prepared with these questions. In Python you can say that it is easy to learn, there is no syntax, it is a loosely typed language. There are a lot of applications of Python in real world, in machine learning. There are a lot of good libraries that are present in the Python language. So all these things you can include while telling about that language. Now again, I am saying that this question can be asked related to any language, like why C++, why Java, why C, why Python. So this question can be also asked. Now next is, does compilation happens in Python? So guys, many of you are confused that whether the Python is compiled language or interpreted language. So the answer is yes, the compilation happens in Python. Now first Python code is compiled, then that Python code is converted into bytecode, and then interpreter is used to convert that bytecode into machine code. So for this question the answer is yes, the compilation happens in Python. Okay. Now next is, explain lambda function in Python. So again, it's a very basic question that can be asked in a Python format. If you have worked on Python, you must have came across this term, that is lambda function. So once there are normal functions which are defined using the def keyword in Python, but lambda functions are the anonymous function, and the lambda keyword is used to define an anonymous function in Python. Now what are anonymous functions? Those functions which do not have any name. Like in different languages or in Python only, we build some functions, like let's say function print. So this print is a function and it has a name also. But lambda functions are anonymous functions and they do not have any name to the function name, and there is a lambda keyword that is used to define the lambda functions. Now the syntax for lambda functions are this, that is lambda, now then argument is passed like in normal functions, and then the expression is written. So you can say lambda functions are also one line functions. Now this expression value is returned from these functions. Okay, you can see this example, like here string, the name is code bashers, and when we'll print lambda string, this string is passed as parameter and this string is returned. So the string returned will be code bashers only. So this was the example of lambda functions. Okay, next is explain range in Python. So again, it's a very basic function in Python, because whenever we use a for loop in Python, we generally use range function. So what is a range function? Range functions return a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increment by 1 by default. So if we are given range, let's suppose we are given range and in simple parenthesis it is 6. So it means that the numbers that will be returned will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 5. So when we are given range 6, then these numbers will be returned automatically, or you can say by default. But here also we can do certain modifications. There are 3 parameters that are passed in this range function. One is start, stop and step. Start means from which number you have to start. By default it is 0. Stop means at which number you have to stop. Now if stop is 5, then it will stop at 4, not 5. If stop is 5, it will stop at 4. And step means that how many, like in for loop we do I++, so I++ here refers to step, that how many values you have to skip. So if we will do, let's say example, from 1 is start point, 4 is end point, and you can say you have to jump 1 only. So the numbers that will be returned will be 1, 2, 3, because 4 is the stop point and it stops 1 besides the value, that is it will stop at 3 and step is 1, so 1, 2, 3. So I hope this range function is clear to you. Now next is, do Python as main function and whether it is necessary or not. So guys, I will not give the answer to this question. I want you guys to write the answer of this question in the comment section, and let's have a discussion over it. So those of you who know this answer, please write it in the comment section, and those of you who do not know, go to internet, study it, and then write in the comment section and let others know whether Python has main function in it or not. Okay. Now next is, what is the difference between modules and packages? So in simple terms, what is modules? Modules is a collection of functions, and what are packages? Packages are the collection of modules only. And in packages there is an init file also, so that it can tell the interpreter that there are certain things I do not remember those things. So in simple terms, modules are the collection of functions, whereas packages is the collection of modules. And if you want to read in detail, again I will give this link in the description box. Go and study it. Okay, next, the last question, the last questions of this interview round was some random puzzles were asked. Now exact puzzle questions were the candidate doesn't remember that question, but again you have seen in previous videos also, certain videos, in certain interviews aptitude questions were asked, and in this interview the puzzle questions were asked. Now there are a lot of puzzles that are present on Geeks for Kicks, you can study from there, but in every interview certain tricky questions have been asked, whether it is aptitude questions, whether it is puzzle question. Now the entire idea for asking these type of questions is to check your presence of mind, because see, the above questions, they are all theoretical questions. You can easily learn them and answer to the interviewer, so your actual knowledge is not getting tested. So they check your actual knowledge, or you can say the presence of mind, by asking such puzzle questions or the aptitude questions. So make sure to be actively, you must be actively listening to the interviewer and the questions he is asking. So just does not spit out all the information that you have learned one day before the interview. Just keep your mind open and listen to the puzzles or the questions he is asking from you. So the main aim for these questions is just to check your presence of mind. So guys, these are all the questions which were asked in this interview. I hope these questions will help you in preparing for your interviews and clearing them. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you liked the video, and guys, again I am saying that please hit the subscribe button. Please support this channel, it will really motivate me to make more such videos. So guys, in the end, thank you for watching this video.